2021 is not just a date in history. It is a wound, a reminder of the day martial law was declared, when corruption and repression became state policy. Corruption in the Philippines did not appear overnight. It was engineered, cemented, and passed down like an inheritance. From father to son, from Marcos to Marcos.
Si Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos
Preserve and
Jr.
defend its constitution, execute its laws.
I have proclaimed martial law in accordance with the powers vested in the President by the Constitution of the Philippines.
When Ferdinand Marcos Sr. declared martial law in 1972, he centralized not just power, but wealth. Through decrees, monopolies, and sweetheart contracts, he built a crony capitalist empire. Loyalty mattered more than merit. Government funds flowed to his inner circle, not to the Filipino people. The PCGG estimates Marcos Sr. and his cronies stole between $5 to $10 billion. By 1986, debt ballooned to $26 billion, shackling generations. The World Bank labeled the Philippines a case of systemic corruption. The Bataan nuclear power plant alone cost $2.3 billion, but never produced a single watt. This was not corruption as scandal. It was corruption as state policy. Corruption by design, woven deep into governance. The 1986 People Power Revolution toppled Marcos Sr. The promise: dismantle his machinery of plunder. The reality? The system had already infected the bureaucracy. Every administration since carried the same blueprint: kickbacks in infrastructure projects, pork barrel allocations institutionalized in Congress, ghost employees and ghost deliveries, crony appointments dressed as reform. Estrada faced a plunder trial. The PDAF scam rocked Congress, yet corruption was never uprooted. Cronyism metastasized across agencies and LGUs, and while the people hoped for justice, the Marcoses plotted their comeback. By the 1990s, they were back in politics. By 2010, back in power, and in 2022, they reclaimed the highest seat in the land.
Ang pagkakaisa ay naging adhikain ko dahil sa aking tapat na paniniwala na ang pagkakaisa ay ang unang hakbang upang tayo ay
Ferdinand Marcos Jr. promised unity, but unity for whom? Behind the slogans were billions in confidential funds. Behind the smiles was the Maharlika Investment Fund, billions of taxpayer money put at risk. Then came the flood control controversies. Billions allocated for supposed flood control projects, yet Bulacan and Pampanga still drowned. COA in 2025 exposed 55 million pesos ghost projects existing on paper but never on the ground. People waded through chest-deep waters while contractors and politicians pocketed the funds. Blockbuster headlines piled up, budget insertions worth hundreds of billions.
2025 budget is the most corrupt budget. Hanggang ngayon, wala akong narinig na denial man lang sa previous chairman o sa previous members ng committee.
Confidential and intelligence funds with no clear oversight, billions in overpriced equipment and ghost deliveries. Maharlika Fund pushed despite warnings from economists and the Bangko Sentral.
This is a strictly political move. not an economic move.
Kasi kapag gagalawin natin yung supply ng dolyar, ay paano tayo magbabayad ng ating mga pagkakautang mula sa ibang bansa, as well as yung mga ating
Mas
inaangkat?
mabuti yung matanong natin, ito ba ay importante?
If Marcos Sr.'s corruption was about rewarding a circle of cronies, Marcos Jr.'s corruption is about capturing the entire government apparatus, the executive, the legislature, the bureaucracy itself.
Pag sumama ka doon sa bagong Pilipinas Serbisyo Fair.
Ni Speaker Romualdez.
Yes. Yung 777, hindi cash yun. Okay? Yun ay tupad na 7 million worth, AX or AKAP 7 million worth, at guarantee letter 7 million worth. Yun yung kinonfirm ko na meron talaga.
Isn't that patronage politics? It is.
Yes, it is. Pero, I mean, congressman ka, sasama ka, mabibiyayaan yung mga
Distrito mo.
distrito mo.
From senior to junior, the methods evolved. Crony capitalism became institutional plunder. Propaganda shifted from radio and TV to TikTok and Facebook. But the core remained. Corruption not as scandal, not as accident, but as institution. Bongbong Marcos has been called a political lightweight, coasting on his surname. But that is the danger. He is the original Nepo baby of Philippine politics. Not just heir to power, but to corruption. Where his father perfected state-enabled cronyism, the son has perfected bureaucracy-enabled plunder. Every institution, departments, agencies, even Congress, feeds the machine of greed.
Ang budget ng Pilipinas ay hawak lang ng dalawang tao. Hawak lang siya ni Congressman Zaldico at ni Congressman Martin Romualdez. Yan ang katotohanan.
For years, Filipinos shrugged corruption off as politics as usual. But the brazenness today has stirred an awakening. People are connecting the dots. Schools without classrooms and books. Families drowning in floods while funds vanish. Farmers left poor while billions line contractors' pockets. Hungry children and hospitals without medicines, all because billions are stolen. This is where RSR comes in. We connect history with the present. We expose corruption not as random, but as systemic, seeded by Marcos Sr., harvested by Marcos Jr. Our mission, educate in terms ordinary Filipinos can understand, analyze beyond the headlines, hold leaders accountable, no matter how powerful their name. From Marcos to Marcos, corruption was not just tolerated, it was perfected. It shaped laws, captured institutions, distorted democracy. It became the culture of power, passed down like inheritance, guarded like treasure, and defended with lies.
Is this part ba of what you said earlier, Representative Kimbo, that let's stick to the plan?
I do not recall saying the phrase, stick to the plan. I ruled that we stick to our plan. We stick to our plan.
Today, the names are the same. The playbook is the same. Only the tools have changed. The question is no longer if corruption exists. The question is, how long will we allow this cycle to continue? Because corruption is not just in Malacanang. It is in every peso stolen from classrooms, every medicine never bought, every meal a family cannot afford. From martial law to ghost projects, from cronyism to institutionalized plunder, the lineage is clear. Corruption has been inherited from tree to fruit, father to son, from Marcos to Marcos. The people decide. Enough is enough.